Hi, this is Mr. Whaley, and I'm glad to be talking to you, anatomy and physiology students, about your firsthand heart rate comparison investigation project report. So your report might look something like this, students, hopefully. Well, here, let me close this with just a couple of irrelevant things. I'll leave that. Okay, so as I scan this really quickly, I see, okay, they read it. It's blue. The instructions are blue. They've changed the name to Darth Vader. That's one of my students, believe it or not, that's their name. And they've defined the question really simply by reading it and changing it to blue for part one. I've had students put this in their own words. So I gave you this, but they articulated this in their own words, which I think is fantastic. Part two, we're going to leave red because we haven't completed that. So as me personally, if I'm Darth Vader, I haven't done part two yet. I haven't completed it. I've started on it. By communicating and collaborating in groups 4, evaluate whether 2 other students exhibit the ability to design and conduct their own investigations based on their project doc. So this is a project doc or project report. Okay, right here, I have done all of these so far. This one, it kind of goes with the evaluate. I'm going to change it to green. So I kind of changed that color because I've read it, but I'm still working on it. I'm doing the exit tickets, but my evaluation part, I'm not quite done yet. I've already done my background research. That was that playlist we watched a long time ago, heart rate comparison investigations, and I wrote my investigative question that I wanted to focus on, the relationship of talking to heart rate, and my heart rate will be significantly greater as I want to change that real quick. Yeah, thank you, good suggestion. Greater as I speak rather than when I'm quiet. So that's my hypothesis. Here's my planned procedure, minimum of 7 steps. I'm so proud of my work here. Verb, and graph was the newer one, and then compare data. And so what's my comparison analysis? Compare observations during and after talking. Compare beats per minute. So there we go, observations. This is probably qualitative data, and beats per minute before and after and before. That's going to be quantitative. Compare the beats per minute after and before talking to the beats per minute of the last talking trial. Ooh, good, cool. We're going to have a couple of different trials here. But then when I get to the data table, I've only put one of my talking trials. Here, this one in the middle, right? In fact, I might even, while we're on that, I might change that color to signify that one. How about that? Okay, so we're still the orange. These are the conditions I put myself in. These are the other independent variables. Quiet and talking. This is good. And then dependent variables, heart rate. So that dependent means it's what you measure. So heart rate, that's down here in the quantitative. But then also kind of sensing a feeling, right? Oh, I did feel... I saw it, so I was watching my numbers going lower. Okay, and here's some screenshots. I better, I'm Darth Vader, and I need to like tighten this up a little bit, shift this around. Just kind of, I'll work on that here in a little bit. I analyzed my first-hand data. Okay, and I can clean this up because analysis questions, my teacher put that up and then moved the table a little bit. Forgot to delete it. So I'm going to tighten it up. These are my nonverbal communication skills, right? So right up here, verbal and nonverbal communication in a clear, concise, and effective manner. Still working on this one. And then this graph, here's how I collected my data. Here's how I continue to collect it. And it's with my numbers that I collected along the way. And then my graph. I'm gonna tighten that up. Right? Tighten it up a little bit. And well, I'm going to come back to that. Here's my comparison analysis. So you see my numbers here. I'm comparing quantitative data. Also observations. Kept seeing my heart rate increase. It's still kind of quantitative, but it's observing it in real time. And then 9:14, this is my self-tracker. So this is what I was supposed to do. I prepared my presentation by gathering, collecting data, and comparing my results. This is marvelous. To prove my hypothesis or falsify it, and share my experiment results. I feel good about it because my hypothesis is true. Okay, so supported by my data. My heart rate did significantly increase. I wonder how I could have improved, maybe by having more trials. So there's where that came from up above. They added that analysis up there. I wonder if they planned on finishing it. Oh, wait, this is me. The reason I'm saying this is because I know who the student is. It's not really Darth Vader. And they haven't done, they've given feedback to someone as their evaluator informally. They've practiced that. And so I'm going to record that here on this date, even though I didn't evaluate, or I didn't get evaluated. And so I'm going to use the verbs I put handily down here from up the top. I'm going to say I exhibited the ability to, I'm going to say, contribute. I'll say cooperate. Cooperate by listening to Blank's report and contributed feedback to them. I suggested they increase the number of trials and told them I was impressed by the organization of their data. Okay, and so that's going to get me, Mr. Whaley's going to give me a grade for doing that. And for doing that. So there's a grade and there's a grade for those 2 workday dates. If you don't have a grade for those, you best get on that and show that to Mr. Whaley. The next one is going to be doing a proper evaluation, and you can do your evaluator reflection right here, 9/20/20. And then you can type something in brief how you like. You can do the same as this. Exhibit the ability to collaborate. So you're going to do that with, I set up above in a group of 4, and you can go one at a time and have an evaluator. That way you can kind of see how somebody else does it as they share their screen. Have a good class today. Have a productive one, and practice your teamwork skills. Thanks.